Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shabbat Shalom, my partner, Cantor
Shabbat
Rhodes.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat
Frank,
Shalom.
dear friend. Shabbat Shalom to everyone, to our community, to the Temple Road Shalom family. Good to see you all. I feel so full having you with us in the sanctuary. I look forward to the day that I see your smile as well as your smiling eyes. I pray it will happen. May the new year bring renewed health to us, the secular new year. Coming soon to a theater near you. I hope you have made your way through the week as well as possible. You're here now to let go of the week, to appreciate our community, the values of our tradition, friends, being here with people you know, and celebrating Shabbat, for many people celebrating Yahrzeit. And we hope that the Temple family will feel to you supportive and loving and extending comfort as you remember someone. I know many people are here to remember loved ones. And perhaps for many of us, and I include myself in this, the most comforting and most grounding Shabbat experience is singing.
I agree.
And we do a lot of that tonight. I will stay silent much of the time so that we can do a lot of singing. Let's sing a lot.
Let's sing together another opening moment here in our service. On page 10, the words are so familiar, Hine Matov. Every time, really, we gather in the sanctuary, I'm so grateful, given what we've been through over these past months. Even though we've been together for a while now, every Friday feels special. And so let's recite these words together, giving gratitude for being in very good company on this Shabbat. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. אוי 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 שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. אוי 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 שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד. Having welcomed in Shabbat with some words of welcome, I invite you to turn for a social distance greeting to someone perhaps you haven't seen in a while. Wave to them, wish them Shabbat Shalom as we envelop each other in warm greetings. It's an honor to invite up to the Bima Phoebe Gray, who this week, come on up, Phoebe, who this week joined officially the Jewish people. She converted to Judaism and was with us at the mikveh. And we invite her to light candles. We're on page 3. And before you light, Phoebe will join in this English reading together. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, please join me. Help us to find the knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Please. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Turn to page 13 and join in words. Shir Ladonai, Shir Chadash. May we all sing to God a new song. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru miyom liyom Yeshuato, Sapru v'goyim kevodo, Bechol ha'amim nifleotav, Ki gadol Adonai, u'mola me'od, norahu, al kol Elohim, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai. And now on page 20, we welcome in Shabbat with Lecha Dodi. Tonight we'll sing verses 1, 2, and 9. And when we reach verse 9, if you feel comfortable doing so, I invite you to please rise and face the door for welcoming in the Shabbat Queen, and then remain standing as we continue on with the Baruch Hu. Page 20. Ya la 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 lecha dodi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 penei Shabbat, nekabe, ya la 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 lecha dodi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 penei Shabbat, nekabela, shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, yishmianu el hamyuchad, Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'shemo tiferet, Shabbat, Shabbat, lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshava tefila, yai lai lai, ya la 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 lechadadi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 9. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha uv'tzola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala, yai lai lai, ya la 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 lechadadi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabel, ya la 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 lechadadi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. We turn now to page 28. For the Baruch Hu, we remain standing. Our call to worship, we join together. Ya la lai lai lai, 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 ya la lai lai lai. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach, Baruch Adonai hamevorach, leolam vaed, leolam vaed. Ya la lai lai lai, 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 ya la lai lai lai. We read in the Hebrew on page 30. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach she'arim, uvitfuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umesader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Bore yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamidim loch aleinu leolam vaed, Baruch atah Adonai, hamari varavim. Page 32. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael, amcha havta, Torah mitzvot chukim umishpatim otanu limadata. Together, everlasting love you offered your people Israel, by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Baruch Shem kivod malchuto leolam va'ed. Please be seated. Page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha behayu hadevarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'beitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. The top of page 39, we join together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha nedor bakodesh, norot hilot o sefele, norot hilot o sefele, malchutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei hayom lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zeili zeili anu ve'ameru, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, yai bai bim 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 bam, yababai bai bim bam, yai bai bim 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 bam, yababai bai bim bam, yai bai 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 bai, yababai bai bim bam, yai bai 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 bai, yababai bai bim bam. We turn now to the Amidah, central part of our service this evening on page 46. If you feel comfortable, I invite you to please rise. Adonai sefatai tiftach, ufi agid hilatecha. Ata Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayei Hakol, Atah Rav leHoshia, Mashiv HaRuach, Umorid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Novelim Berofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Micha Mocha Bal Gevurot, Umidom Elach, Melech Meimid Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah le'achayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Page 52. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Won't you please be seated? And let us continue together at the top of page 55 in the English that is there. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. And on page 58 and 59, a prayer of gratitude. There is so much for which we are grateful despite the many challenges that seem to be around us at all times. Modim anachnu lach she'atahu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu le'olam va'ed, tzur chayenu, magen yishenu, atahu l'dor vador. O God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and much more we give thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulacha ne'el lehodot. And for those moments of peace which we have, perhaps not often enough in the world, we move from gratitude towards Shalom Rav, our prayer for peace. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. On page 61, we join together in the English of this prayer. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael, bashalom. And now we take a peaceful moment for our own private, our own individual prayers.
Shalom, shalom bimromav, uyase shalom. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, uyase shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, uyase shalom. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, uyase shalom.
As we do each week on Friday night, we come to this moment which is sort of titled Misha Berach. Not everyone knows that Misha Berach is not actually one prayer, but a category of prayers. Mi she Berach, may the one who blesses. It's a title for all blessings that invite God to bless a certain category. We use it most frequently for those people who are ill. But the Misha Berach can be said for the bar mitzvah boy, the bat mitzvah girl. It can be said for the person who does the aliyah. And tonight we offer an additional Misha Berach prayer in support of the fact that this week is Gun Violence Prevention Week. And this Shabbat, all over the country, congregations are shining a spotlight on the work that they do and we do as a community and society to stop gun violence. I'm grateful to our Gun Violence Prevention Working Group who have acknowledged this special Shabbat through the table and the candles that are outside, and we invite you to light a candle. Of course, we are very close to the anniversary of Sandy Hook, and that's how this has evolved. And I want to offer a Misha Berach, a prayer for all those who dedicate themselves to gun control and fighting gun violence. God of the slain, God of the murdered and the victim, the voice of lamentation echoes across the land on this Shabbat, wailing beside graves opened too soon, weeping beside stains of blood from the dead and the injured, pouring forth from bullet wounds, the child shot, the suicide. the domestic assault, the gang violence, the mass murder, the long night of death made easy by guns and automatic weapons, the long night of sorrow made easy by reckless access to machines of slaughter. Source of justice, rock of strength and truth, you call upon us to stand in the name of common sense and reason, to witness on behalf of the innocent and the cut down, the widowed, orphaned, and bereaved, to answer the scourge of senseless loss, to advocate for gun control, to remove military weapons from a civilian population, to return sanity to our laws, our policies, and our lives. Misha Beirach, bless those who dedicate themselves to gun control, grant them fortitude and perseverance. May the work of their hands never falter, nor despair deter them from their holy calling. Those who are mourning the dead, grant them solace and comfort. Bless those who are healing from the trauma of gun violence. Grant them lives of health and prosperity, joy and peace. Blessed are you, God of all being, who summons us to choose life. First, choose life. Above all, choose life. And amongst us are other members of our families and our congregation, our community at large, who are striving to choose life as they struggle with illness, with emotional or spiritual challenges. And we offer our Misha Beirach prayer for them as well. Misha Beirach, may the one who bless. Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, v'imotenu, Sarah, Rivcha, Rachel, v'Leah, hu yivarech v'irapeh et hacholim. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all those who are ill from all of the many things that plague our community and society. Alon ben Barbara, Esther bat Hannah, Hannah Esther bat Crandell, Hannah Leah bat Yosef v'Hendel, Moshe ben Wolf v'Danael, Sima Peral Leah bat Chaya, Valerie Aronson, Ann Bennett, Henry Botuck, Maria Campo, Gabriel Cohen, James Green, Eleanor Gruber, Sarah Heppenstall, Nancy Klein, Alan Loffman, Rhoda Moses, and Gary Reamer. And we pray, too, for all those people who have been victims of any kind of violence here in our country and in Israel and around the world, as well as those who, in service to our country, are in need of emotional, physical, and spiritual healing. And if you have a name you'd like to add to this list, I hope you'll speak it aloud through your mask, as loud as you can, as we go around the room and include people you're bringing to this service. Thank you. Edward? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ava. Thank you. Fredo bat Ita. May the Holy One be filled with compassion and cause their health to be restored and their strength revived, and may they be granted a complete healing of body, mind, and spirit. And we sing together.
Page 253.
Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. So as most of you are probably aware, the musical world lost a great artist in late November. The amazing Stephen Sondheim, the Jewish lyricist and composer who really redefined American music, died at the age of 91. Sondheim's debut came when he wrote the lyrics to Leonard Bernstein's score for West Side Story in 1957. He was only 27 years old at the time. He clearly had a deep talent for prose to be able to tap into the well of emotions at even such a young age. And I'm really honored to invite my thought partner for this sermon and song this evening, Frank Conlon, the amazing, to share some words introducing our next song and a bit more about Sondheim's life.
Well, his childhood was not very happy. His parents didn't have a very great marriage, and his father left his mother when Stephen was 10 years old, and Stephen was their only child together, and she sort of considered him a representation of the man that she hated, and so she belittled him, and at one point even said, "The biggest mistake I've ever made in my life is giving birth to you," which is a horrible thing to say to your child. So he spent a good part of his life trying to find self-worth, and a lot of the plots in his show have to do with finding self-worth and affirmation and being able to express love. And our first song is one of those songs. It's a show that was his second musical that he actually wrote the words and the music to. The first one was a big success. It was called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. This one was called Anyone Can Whistle, and it had a crazy plot. The premise was the best hope for the world's sanity lies in madness. There was a town in decay. There was a powerful mayoress with a crooked henchman, a miracle water flowing from a rock. A new doctor appears in town who really belongs in the insane asylum. A lot of crazy characters in it. But there's a song sung by a lady who's really finding hard to express love, and it's called Anyone Can Whistle. Rachel and I were talking about the fact that when he was 80 years old, they presented a concert up in New York of his great hits, and at the end of it he came out on stage and sat at the piano and played and sang this song. So they felt that this may have been a little bit autobiographical because he spent a good part of his life in solitude, and not until the age of 60 did he actually find a partner, and literally at the age of 87 he took marriage vows several years before he passed away. So this is called Anyone Can Whistle. It was a show that closed after 9 performances. It was not a big success. But this was a song that he especially loved.
Anyone can whistle, that's what they say, easy. Anyone can whistle any old day, easy. It's all so simple, relax, let go, let fly. So someone tell me why can't I can dance a tango any old week, easy. I can slay a dragon, I can read Greek, easy. What's hard is simple, what's natural comes hard. Maybe you can show me how how to let go. Lower my guard, learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle, whistle for me. The second song that Frank and I chose is called What More Do I Need? From a show called Marry Me a Little. And neither of us could find out anything about the show. So we have no idea what it's about, but the song is a really fun, lighthearted song, which is actually a little challenging to find in the Sondheim anthologies. A lot of his music is very serious and heartfelt, and we thought we needed to break it up just a little bit. And this one really spoke to me because it's about a woman living in her grimy, gross New York apartment with all the sounds around her, and it really brought me back to that part of my life. But she's happy because she has found love. Once I hated this city, now it can't get me down. Slushy, humid, and gritty, what a pretty town. What thought I could be duller, more depressing, less gay? Now my favorite color is gray. A wall of rain as it turns to sleet, the lack of sun on a one-way street. I love the grime all the time, and what more do I need? My window pane has a lovely view, an inch of sky and a fly or two. Why, I can see half a tree, and what more do I need? The dust is thick and it is galling, it simply can't be excused. In winter even the falling snow looks used. My window pane may not give much light, but I see you, so the view is bright. If I can love you, I'll pay the dirt no heed. With your love, what more do I need? Someone shouting for quiet, someone starting a brawl. Down the block there's a riot, and I'll buy it all. Listen now, I'm ecstatic. Hold me close and be still. Hear the lovely pneumatic drill. A subway train thunders through the Bronx. A taxi horn on the corner honks. But I adore every roar. And what more do I need? I hear a crane making street repairs, a 2-ton child running wild upstairs. Steam pipes bang, sirens clang, and what more do I need? The neighbors yell in the summer, the landlord yells in the fall, so loud I can't hear the plumber pound the wall. An aeroplane roars across the bay, but I hear you as clear as day. You said you love me above the sound and speed. With your love, what more do I need? Cute. Frank, go ahead.
Our next song is from a later show called Into the Woods, and it is really a retelling of many standard fairy tales: Cinderella, Jack and the Beanstalk, Little Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. But there's a twist to each of them, and in many cases, the people that were the villains in the original fairy tale turn out to be the really beautiful, nice people in this particular show, which we'll hear in this song, which is sung by the witch. And the witch in this show was Bernadette Peters, and this is one of her famous songs.
One little thing to end before we sing our last song. Mandy Patinkin, who was a friend of Stephen Sondheim, wrote after he died, "The guy who wrote my prayers has died. His words were my Torah. Sondheim wrote what he wished for himself and the world at large. We'll be learning from his work as long as people are singing songs." He really did possess the magical gift of putting the full depth of human emotion into his compositions. And this next piece that Frank and I will do, "No One Walks Alone," as Frank said, from Into the Woods, describes a profound yearning to find love and companionship in this world. And we know Sondheim himself sought that so deeply, and we hope that this song is a prayer not just for him and for his life, but for all of us, a reminder that above all else, we need each other.
No one here to guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers, mothers, people make mistakes, holding to their own, thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes, everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right, giants can be good. You decide what's right, you decide what's good. Just remember, someone is on your side, someone else is not. While you're seeing your side, maybe you forgot they are not alone. No one is alone. Hard to see the light now. Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now. We can make it so. Someone is on your side. You know one is alone.
Shabbat shalom.
We turn from the inspiring music of a gifted Jewish composer to the inspiring music of our tradition that lives in us because we know it so well. The words may not resonate and may not reflect as those beautiful songs do, but the tune and the prayers with which we grew up, which we share each week, they speak to us as well. And so we return now to our prayer book and join together on page 282 as we come to the last section of our service, Aleinu L'Shabeach. Please rise and join us.
Aleinu L'Shabeach L'Adon HaKol, L'Teit Gdula Le'otzei Breshit, Shehu Notei Shamayim V'Yosed Haaretz, U'Moshav Yikaro B'Shamayim Imah, U'Shinat Uzo B'Gofei Meronim, U'Eloheinu Ein Od, V'Anachnu
Please be seated. Page 287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Turning to page 288, as we make our way to Kaddish Yatom, our prayer, honoring those whom we have loved and lost. There's some beautiful readings here, meditations, poems between this page and page 294. I invite you to take a little time. Perhaps one will speak to you tonight, or maybe you want to spend just a little time with the memories of your own loved ones. Before we come together to recite the Mourner's Kaddish, we extend our condolences to the members of our temple family who have suffered a loss in just this past month, and we extend our love, our support, our words of comfort to them. And of course, if you're here and if you're remembering someone, whether it's in Shloshim or Yartzeit, and you'd like to rise, we would be happy to acknowledge you as a mourner to support you too. We extend our condolences to Stephen Ebner on the death of his dad, Stanley, to Gary Stearman on the death of his dad, David Stearman, and to Terry Gold and Julie White on the death of their mother, Marge Kestenbaum. To these names, we add the names of people whose yahrzeits fall on this Shabbat every year. Muriel Altman, Anita Andrews, Ruth Berkson, Rebecca Carter, Claire Chodakowicz, Ernie Colbert, Susanna Dotzi, John Donner, Hart Dryman, Sidney Duberstein, Paul Ehrlich, Adam Eisenberg, Oscar Fry, Roland Gary, Irving Gans, Dorothy Gayer, Belle Goldsmith, Esther Goldstein, Fred Gugic, Ernest Heckhoff, Gertrude Heimer, Sheldon Horn, Harry Kaplan, Jacob Kandelson, Cole Kleinberg, Harry Knoll, Harold Kofsky, Eleanor Kreichman, Ellen Kushner, Mary Lader, Anita Lansner, Sidney Laskin, Francis Levi, David Levine, Richard Lindell, Beatrice Lippert, Rochelle Lipton, Julius Lowenstern, and Herta Lowenstern, R.H. Lynn, Adolf Mandel, Daniela Mandel, George Mosser, Robert Mendler, Ruth Moses, Jean Motu, Harvey Pilzer, Gerald Prince, Max Rifkin, Dick Rochman, Blanche Rochmes, Max Roizen, Albert Rosenberg, Nancy Rosenberg, Julie Rosenblum, Leo Rosker, Bennett Russell, Martin Sachs, Irving Saperstein, Carolyn Schlossman, June Selig, Frank Schaefer, Rebecca Shapiro, Meredith Stegman, Elsie Suslowitz, Henry Suskind, Ida Tribitz, Stanley Udowitz, Selma Weinstein, Harold Winokur, Winford Wittenberg, and David Wolf. And if there is a name you'd like to add to our list, I hope you, or if I mispronounced a name, I hope you'll say it again. If you have a name to add, won't you stand so that we can identify that you're saying a name as we go around? Thank you. Thank you. We want to support all of you as we join you in reciting the Mourner's Kaddish. It's on page 294. We rise as we read together, Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach hirute v'amlich malchute, v'chaye chon u'v'yom echon u'v'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam omei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudisha b'ruchu, leolam b'chol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imeru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace and comfort and strength and love to everyone who is mourning, to everyone who is grieving, here and everywhere, and let us say amen. Won't you please be seated? Grateful to have Lisa Katzman with us. She is the co-chair of Women of Temple Road of Shalom, and she's here to share some greetings and share an announcement or two. There you go.
Thank you, Rabbi Schwartzman, Cantor, Rhodes, and Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and everyone out there. I'm honored to welcome you on behalf of our congregation to our worship service tonight. For those of you who are visitors, albeit virtual, we hope you will join us in person when we are able to do so, and when you feel comfortable. It would be a joy to welcome you properly and tell you more about our extraordinary community. To those who have joined us in person, it's so good to be together again. Please check out the e-letter from yesterday and the latest edition of The Connection, which is also available on our website for more announcements of upcoming events here at Temple Road of Shalom. And I want to give a special quick shout out to the Meet, Pray, Nosh group from Women of TRS. Yay. There they are. So that's a group that if you don't have someone to go with, or you just want a friendship of other ladies, you can join us. It's about once a month. So I want to reiterate one announcement. Again, there's going to be, immediately following our Shabbat service, we'll be moving to the sanctuary foyer to light candles in commemoration of victims of gun violence. This is very important. This activity is organized by the Social Action Committee, and I hope that some of you will be able to join us. Thank you.
Just one other bit of information that I hope you'll consider. This year, we will gather for our traditional winter mitzvah projects on the 19th. Thank you so much. On the 19th of December, be on the lookout for an email on Sunday so that you can sign up to do the important work that our congregation always does at this time of year, especially supporting homeless shelters and other institutions that carry people through this hard holiday season when schools are closed and other places that people get support are not available. So I hope you'll sign up when you get that email or go to our website and click the links to get you to what you need to do.
Right. We'll
Here we
continue
go.
with Kiddush on page 5. Please rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron le'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techilah lemikra'ei kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'chata v'tanu kidashta b'kol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen.
Chaim.
We conclude our service this evening with a nigun, allowing ourselves to just enter slowly into this beautiful Shabbat. May it be one of peace and one of joyous song and fellowship together. We join together our nigun. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Whether the music of Stephen Sondheim or the music of our tradition, let us carry music in our hearts and our ears and our minds to lift us up, to inspire us, to calm us, to give us peace. Thank you to our Cantor for all the music you and all the other musicians bring, and Frank. And may our Shabbat be filled with such wonderful things. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.